We informed you that the price of Bitcoin would reach a new all-time high before having checked off that box. We informed you that institutions will be entering the Bitcoin market. Check that box. We informed you that XRP had just one task, which was to raise 75 cents before the end of the year. It took us 11 months to complete, but we succeeded since we will simply refer to it as the week of Thanksgiving XRP. When it finally broke out and rose from 60 to roughly $2.70, I checked that box and said, please pardon me if we get a double-digit close for XRP, not a double-digit close. But it did close above $2 by the end of the year, indicating that 2025 would turn out to be one of the biggest XRP price cycles we will ever witness. Let me fast forward to how 2025 will unfold. Question 1. A ridiculously high price is on the horizon. Titove markets, not just Ethereum but also Bitcoin, we are discussing the market as a whole. However, Bitcoin will be the biggest generator. Indeed, XRP will rise as well. Let's go ahead to March a little. Corrective action for April declared that a correction will occur at this time. Many people will leave the markets after Q1 and the start of Q2. Take note of what I say. Put it in writing and you will see. The social media notion that the bull run has ended is untrue this time around. It is expected to be extended for most of 2025, but it doesn't mean that the weather will just be sunny and clear with temperatures in the 100s. There may be more ups and downs during a bull run, but it is not just up, it is up, down, down. People will leave during the corrected state Q1, Q2 because they will say this throughout the entire bull run. Is it finished? It's finished. Recover your money. They will begin disseminating the story on Twitter if you are not knowledgeable about how bull markets and bull cycles operate. You will be sucked into the story. You will miss the nicest portion of the bull cycle when altcoins go completely crazy and get a blow-off top, which is coming later in 2025 if you fall for a story. It's that easy, so let's quickly review. At the end of Q1 and the start of Q2, when the tax collector is trying to collect his money, the market as a whole is positive. There will be a correction. D-dip retrace. We are unsure of where the retrace will take us at this time because we are unsure of how high when these coins run. We sort of estimate that Bitcoin will reach 150. It's a lock. At that point, 175 is essentially a given, but how high do we actually go? To 225, a blow-off top on 250. Perhaps as the months pass, we will be able to more precisely predict where we believe this to go and where the corrective state will be at 4. Meanwhile, when the alts begin to take off, they will experience another corrective condition, which is when people enter. This bull run was terrible, and they started yelling and kicking because my altcoin didn't even reach its previous all-time high. At this point, you notice people start posting a lot of memes that you are because that's what they do. They use this psychological trick on you. For instance, if you own XRP and it doesn't reach $4, you're furious. You think, I can't believe XRP only got up to $4, but it didn't go any higher. People will say, you still have time, this meme coin is going to do us a 100x, and here's how you can make all your money back in crypto if you missed the bull cycle. Then, they push and promote these dreadful meme coins, and you jump into them because the mess moves your mind. You think, oh, this sounds like a great idea. This guy must know what he's doing since he has a large following on Twitter. He will say things like, I made $50 million this bull cycle, which is all finished, and that you will go in and get liquidated because they are using you as exit. Liquidity does not decrease. Do not fall for the trap, which I am telling you now is about to happen. When you see these stories unfold in this video, go back and listen to it again. Folks, I've been here since 2017, so I understand the game now. Let's have a look. When might we anticipate blow-off tops? All of these coins are really basic. We now anticipate parabolic blow-off tops toward the end of summer and the start of fall, but this time frame could alter by 100%. If it does alter, we would likely move toward the end of Q2 and into the beginning of fall, the end of fall, or the beginning of winter. Start of Q3 to Q3 and Q4, there hasn't been much of a shift there, but it will happen. This cycle won't continue into 2026 this year. The market will be bearish. Well, I do anticipate that the bear market will begin to take hold later this year, at which point the corrective state will enter. I'm frequently asked, how deep are we going to correct? This is a really difficult question, so why do I reply that's a really difficult question? Because it depends on only one factor. Will the institutions be investing in the cryptocurrency market? If they are, and they bring us anywhere between 7 and 10 trillion, we're looking at, 4 trillion at the low end, like 3.8 trillion at the low end, all the way up to about 6.7. If they are investing, and we reach that total cryptocurrency market cap, the dip won't be that severe. We might never see Bitcoin below $100,000 again, because the institutions aren't investing in it, so they can lose 90 to 90% of their money in these markets. The traditional markets are already beginning to act like your stock market, and they are spreading the myth that you should invest anywhere between 3 and 10% of your money in the cryptocurrency market. This is how they push it out slowly, right? They say investing in cryptocurrency is safe and you should take a small risk, especially if you're young. It's similar to starting a new job. They say, look, if you're going to invest in a 401k or 457 or any other kind of retirement account, you're 21 years old, just out of college, and you have the opportunity to go extremely risky. If we go extremely risky, we might be able to see 30 to 40% gains. As you get older, they advise you to move from extremely risky to moderate because, by the time you're 55 to 60, you're ready to retire. And you're just searching for something that will return 5 to 10% because you don't want to take the risk of all the money. They are now stepping in and asking you to go into cryptocurrency, saying it is safe and that you should enter slowly. You have simply accumulated over your more than 30 years of working and having a chance that you lose a major chunk of it. Since we already have our spots and they are lined up, you can join us when we see them spread the word even more and start giving us hints. Look, now you should be joining. There are no excuses for why you shouldn't be holding, a 5% or 10% allocation in cryptocurrency. This is where we're heading. We're doing it now, and when you realize that the institutions are completely invested in the markets, keep in mind that they won't advise you to invest heavily in cryptocurrency to drive up its price so they can purchase the top. Indeed, they have done everything in their power since 2017, if not earlier. However, that is when I became interested in cryptocurrency and advised against investing in it. We've seen Jamie Dimon, we've seen Goldman Fidelity, you name it, cryptocurrency is a hoax. It's a Ponzi scheme. It's phony money. If any of my staff discuss cryptocurrency, they risk being fired, yet in the background, they are the ones amassing cryptocurrency. People ponder that for a moment. We're that early, but the early days are coming to an end because we're going to have one of those flip switch moments where the institution will go completely AP, and you will see this shown on billboards. The IRS is letting up a little bit on cryptocurrency, so stay tuned for the next video where we'll talk about the XRP price, the yearly close, how extremely bullish it is, and my predictions for XRP for Bitcoin going into 2025. Billboards, train stations, and institutions from all over the world are going to flood in, and these prices are going to start to rip overnight.